Live chat. Anyone? Live commentary. Live commentary mode limits participants to the people you approve for a chat. Okay. What the hell is live reactions? Okay. Okay, let's just hope this works. Chat rate. Okay, I'm just gonna say hello, testing, testing. So I can send messages. I'm not sure what other things can happen. Okay. Okay. Let's just get this started. So we were working on scene transitions, and I think we ran into some issues regarding that. That's right. The entities, like the exit entities, are added into the game now, but they are not showing up at the correct positions. So if we open up this test scene here and we press play, we get this. Where's my controller? There. We get it, and I'm drawing these entities with the player graphics so you can see the entity. And the entity actually shows up in the middle here. So let's see if we can see another entity as well. No. And if we go out and check the logs, we can see that the position is correct. So, and let's see the size. Well, the size, I guess it doesn't really matter. This is the transform vertices. This is like the extents of the thing. So we have like 48 minus 544 minus 5 or 480. Uh, 112. Wait. I guess that makes sense. If 80 is the center and 512, 80 is the center, yeah. Yeah. So the question is, why does it show up like that? So yeah, we are checking the one exit here. Let's go to the draw system. Oh, the LSP doesn't work. Also, I'm not sure what's going on with the LSP. It's been bugging out here. And these things, I have set those things. How do I need to change that? Wait, these things are fixed. What did it say? Like if I restart this one. Am I getting the same? Yeah, I'm getting the same stuff. 218711. Oh, that's the same thing. That's weird. So I have set these things, but it still complains for some reason here. Okay. No config file found, was not warning path. However, I think this one does work. Yeah, so in this case it works. In this case it doesn't work. No, it works now. Okay. Okay, good. Let's go. Maybe it's just this file, because this file is kind of bonkers. Oh, we even get the syntax for this now. Okay, cool. Okay, so where were we? So yes, we are. Yeah. So what I wanted to do was go into this one. We don't need to do anymore. Remove that. Okay, so let's go into draw and so what I'm looking for is where we draw. Excuse me, I need to drink a little bit. Okay, still a bit sore throat after a cold here. So what I want to do, so what am I doing? I want to check in the context of these entities, are they being drawn at the correct position? Are they being drawn, like what is the rules for them being drawn is basically what I want to check. And they don't, the exit doesn't have a layer, so it's gonna be in the top layer, I guess. I think, wait, top layer view. Oh yeah, so these are, but yeah, so this means that it's a view of entities that has rigid bodies but does not have draw layer components, which is true for the exit entity. So I want to then check here where we are drawing these things, and we should get a texture. We are getting a texture because I saw that we are drawing the player texture. This can't be the issue because the collision boxes are also in that position. So I'm not sure why this shows here as, like, why is it drawn in the center? I just don't understand. There's possibly a really simple, stupid solution to this issue, but I'm not seeing it right now. So I need to like bang my head against this in order to actually see it. And it's surely not in here because I know this has worked before, and it uses other functions as well. So no, it's not in here. This is with the camera, yes. with the camera and screen position and all that. The position is not scaled here with the scale. Should it be scaled? Wait, should the position really be scaled before? No, that doesn't make sense. Because then you would have like equivalence of subpixels actually in the positions and stuff. We're transforming it here with the camera and this sort of scale thing, but we don't have that. I should really convert this into Rayleigh cameras, but because those are better than what I have here. It's basically the same thing, really. It's just that mine has vectors like that. But once we actually have their cameras, we just need to call begin mode 2D and end mode 2D to actually start using that, and that's very simple to do. So I should really be using that instead of having all this weird stuff. But I'm not gonna do that right now. I need to focus on the issue at hand, which is why is it drawn in such a weird way. I think what we want to do is let's actually debug the player as well. So I want to do this to compare like both of those to see, okay, if I stand exactly where it should be or where you're right now, what kind of position am I getting from this? Wait, did my controller die? I need to... Okay, so I need to charge it. I need to find a charger. Just 1 second here. Where's my cables? Okay, I just need to find a cable there. Cable. A long fucking cable. Is this the one that I lost some time ago and I thought it was gone? It's really cool if it... Oh. Was... Okay, now I need to find an adapter to that. Well, actually I could just plug it into my computer, I guess. Okay. Does that work? Now it works. Okay. Okay. What happened? Oh yeah. I need to source my session. There we go. So open up this file. I really need to restore that session. Okay, so let's play. It's gonna compile. Excuse me. Sorry, man. I'm just gonna have a sip here. Okay, there we go. So Right. I want to walk over here. I'm just gonna stand in the same X position here, and I'm gonna tab out to my thing. This is 25, entity 25, entity 21. So let's look at entity 21. You can't really see it right now, but I'm just gonna check the position here. And it's actually negative 512 right now, and about 290 in Y. Okay, so if I go, let's do some math here. If I go all the way to the left, then what will that be? So this is the position where it should be. And let's check. 21. Okay, so this is actually 2000? Negative 2000. So am I actually scaling the positions as well? Because that doesn't make sense to me. Okay, let's quit out here and so so the position that's wanted is like 2000, and yeah, it's that's actually 4 times 512. That's 2. Yeah, okay. So the position, but the position in like the simulation, or like I don't want the position in the simulation to be scaled like 4 times, so you get these sub-pixels basically. I mean, if you run this game, you're not gonna see wait, what happened? Oh, I forgot to load the scene. Right. So if you do this, you're not gonna see. Are you actually seeing sub-pixels right now? Maybe you are, actually. Yeah. You're not supposed to be seeing sub-pixels here, right? Okay, I need to fix this. I need to fix this real quick because this is weird. It's probably not gonna be that easy to fix maybe right now. I mean, I guess we're gonna have to, well, both the physics, yeah, it's like the physics engine. No, wait, yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be maybe a bit tricky, actually. Because the thing is, I was thinking like the pixels, are they? Like, because right now, I mean, the physics engine, everything is floats, of course. But should it be floats? Maybe it should be like when you actually realize, like you're checking collisions and stuff. Maybe it should be integers. I'm not sure actually. Maybe not. Maybe all the underlying physics should be floats, but then when you actually draw stuff, it's pixels. But then it's like you have this weird sub-pixel sort of thing that's living beneath the surface. So if you stand in one spot, it's not the same as standing in the same spot and you have moved a tiny bit, but it still looks like you're in the same spot, but in reality you're actually in a different place because the sub-pixels, maybe it's wrong to call them sub-pixels, but they really are like dividing the pixels up in floating point numbers. So Yeah, I don't know. But then if you have integers instead of floats in the physics, that's gonna be weird. I don't know. Let's just do it like this for now, I guess. Maybe this is fine, actually. Like, it's gonna be some weird hybrid then of having... Maybe it's not such a big deal. Maybe no one will even notice it. I don't know. Maybe it's just good to have it like this. I'm not gonna have rotating pixels, though. The pixels are not gonna be rotating. But they are gonna be... I guess they are gonna be like... You're gonna be able to move... They are gonna be divided into 4 pieces each. I guess. Okay. So the resolution is really 4 times larger than it looks. But the pixels are like 4 by 4 squares, I guess. You can call it like that. Okay. Anyway, so I'm just gonna leave it like that. I'm not gonna fix that. But I do... So I need to remember that that is the case when it comes to things like this. So I don't get like, oh, why is this like so large and stuff. So I'm gonna have to go to then I think it's like init exits, right? And then here, when we determine the position actually needs to be scaled here. So it's interesting. Yeah, here we actually do scale the position. So here we scale it for the NPCs. Yeah, probably because we did it from before as well. So that's the thing here. Like, if we wanted the pixels to actually be the pixel size that they are, we shouldn't scale the position here. We should only scale it when we draw. That's the thing. So wait, no, here we are scaling it, yes. But here we should also scale it then. So this should be scene.scale v. Wait, how do we do it? Scalar, oh yeah. So scalar scale. Because then we also put scale in here, which, yeah. Yeah, so that's, okay, that's why maybe something has been a little bit wonky, like, because of that, so. Now, they should end up at the same position. It still feels like they were kind of wrong position, but, yeah. Okay, there we go. And we press play. And there we go, there's our exit now. So it looks like it's exactly the correct position. Let's check the other side as well. And oops. No? Here we don't have anything showing up. Interesting. Okay. Let's check the test scene if we actually have 2 different exits. No, we only have 1. Oh, maybe we only have 1 exit, but we have 2 entrances. Okay, yeah. Let's... Okay, so then we can just try and just add 1 exit then. So let's just add an exit over here, and we'll copy the metadata, and we'll set the key to be left, save, and play. Oh, we got a crash for some reason. Okay, wait, no, here. Error reading file unexpected. Oh, wait, why is this an error now again? Okay, let's open up test and see. Do we have any of these? No, we have no for the scene file name. Oh, I didn't set the scene. Okay. Yes. So we actually need to set the scene as well. I forgot to do that. Maybe we should have like a proper error message for that. So we need to set the target here. And it doesn't really matter what the target is. Let's just set it to the same scene. Let's actually add a monster up here, maybe. No, that's not. Maybe we can add one. Nah, let's not do that. Okay, so let's save that and play. Okay, so now, actually, you know what? Let's just drag the player all the way up over here and then play. So now we start over here, and there you go. There's an exit there, so that actually works. Okay, cool. Right. Okay. Now what? Now we wanna. I just need to BRB here a little bit, but I'll be just a couple of minutes. And yeah, next up is we're gonna start working on actually seeing if the player collides with the exit, and if the player does collide with exit, then we transition into the new scene. So I'm just gonna BRB here. Okay, we're back. So yeah, I don't have a lot of time right now. I'm basically an hour. So So I really wanna finish this scene transition thing. So we're just gonna power through this. Okay, so we need to focus now. So what's left here? Can I please? Okay, there we go. So now we want to see, like, we have on collision somewhere. So here we can do okay, let's see. Hopefully you can hopefully the audio is still working. Yeah, I think it's because I muted it a little bit. Perhaps, yeah. Okay, yeah, it should be working. Okay. Anyway, so let's see. What we want to do is, this is like checking for ground collision stuff. So we're not returning anywhere. So I think here we can just check, like, we want to check, is the player entering an exit? So we want to check. Yeah, this is the non-static. So let's just get that there. Okay. And then we have this, we invert this here. So here is if the non-static part is a player. Well, actually, if both are non-static, then we're also gonna have a collision here, I guess. Okay, so let's see. This is only for ground collision, so I think I want to move that out. So I think I want to do handle ground collision. Oops. Let's pass the collision as well. So scene handle ground collision. We also need the non-static there. Okay. Then I think I basically just want to check, like, because we're not getting double collisions. I want to check both of these things. If we're gonna have a player, maybe player component, and we're gonna check if collision, which is body a dot key. So if this has a player collision or a player component, then this is the player, or else try get player component from the other entity. Body b dot key, right? Maybe we should get the actual key as well. I don't know. Now we have the player. We need, well, we don't really need anything else from the player, I guess. So then we're gonna check if we have a, well, actually we do. No, we don't need anything else. If we have a player, but we also want to check if the other thing is an exit, and we're just going to assume that it's mutually exclusive. So this is going to be the exit. So this is going to be maybe exit. Okay, so we're just checking both bodies. Is one of them the player and the other one is the exit. So if we then have, if the player component is not equal to null, or let's do if they are, if this is null or if this is null, then we return. Let's move this out also to handle exit collision. There, and we'll just paste that in there, and then we'll call this from here. Okay, so we handle exit. So yeah, so now we're here. We know that we have a player and an exit that's colliding with each other. So what we want to do is we want to grab the exit from maybe exit, and then we have a bunch of stuff in here. So we have the scene file name and the key. So we basically just want to call scene.transition into exit. I mean, I guess we could actually just get the exit here actually. Let's actually do that. We get the exit here. Oops. I mean, sure, let's get the pointer or whatever. We're not gonna modify it, so we'll make it const. So there. So now we transition with the exit. I guess we don't really want to handle more collisions in that case. So once we are doing a transition, we want to disable the physics system as well. This removes our rigid bodies, but the thing is, we are doing all that. But we might have like pending collisions left that are still continuing to iterate through. So we want to basically disable that. We want to basically now where are we doing this? Update collisions. Yeah, we're doing it here. Well, this is just update collisions. Are we binding any sort of function here? No. Yeah, resolve collisions. Yeah. Right, resolving collisions is like when the physics system like updates positions and velocities and everything like that. But here we have emit pending collisions. Oh, I think it's just the initial scene that does this. Let's do on collision. Yeah. Wait, no, we are calling this one. Oh, this one has on event. So actually maybe we can check like for a return then to actually skip this. So we'll do a bool and we'll say if this is true then we break, right? Okay. So that should just take care of that. Okay. And Now this one needs to return a bool, and then we return with this. Okay. And this one also returns a bool, and then here we return false, so that we don't want to exit. Here we do return true, so we do want to exit. Okay. Right, and now this is gonna be scene file name. Let's also rename this. Okay, let's rename that as well. Keeping with the naming convention. Very important. Okay, so and then we have a key. Yeah, and the key is gonna be like, where will the player end up based on the entrance, like where the entrance is in the thing. So when we load here, we actually may want to pass in the entrance key to the load function actually. Yeah. Let's just do that. So this will be the entrance key. And we're loading the scene. Yes, we're initializing the level and the entities. So when we're initializing the entities, we should probably also pass the key. We could also store it in the scene itself to sort of show where you, well, not show, but yeah, to remember where you actually came in from. I'm just gonna do it quick and dirty right now, so I'm just gonna add it here. So this will be the entrance key, and we pass it in here. And then when we initialize the player, we also put the entrance key in there. Okay. And now when we have our entrance key, we can actually grab the things we need for the player position, which is going to be over here. Okay, so this is the player position, and this thing, right, this is like, so now we don't really need a player entity anymore, I guess. We can use the entrance instead for that. So we are gonna look for the entrance with this key that we are interested in. So this is actually gonna be the entrance scene entity. Right. We're gonna look for an entrance, and we're gonna get an entrance, and we also want to check now if, so if entrance dot key, if I wonder if there's like an, is there like a snippet for this? No. Equal string. Okay. Mem equal. This is entrance key, and then entrance dot key. If they are equal, then we break into that. Otherwise, we just continue here. Okay. So now we should grab the entrance scene entity instead and grab that position for the player. And maybe even like check, because the entrance, the thing is, it also kind of depends on like the player. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it like this. You have to like figure out the position for each map of the like the entrance. Well, I was thinking like maybe it sort of figures out where the ground is and it places the player on the ground, so it's like automatically already on the ground, and we don't need to worry about putting the entrance at exactly the correct Y level. It's gonna be good either way. Maybe I'll fix that in the future. For now, I'm not gonna do that. So we have entrance scene entity, and right, so now we're reading in that we also need to pass in these things here. So I think now for this part, I think we just put in start there so that we can create an entity, an entrance entity with key start. And here we also do key there. Okay. And I think that's gonna be it. I mean, the only thing missing here is like a transition screen or something like that. It's basically gonna freeze up and until, or maybe it's just gonna be instant because yeah, modern computers are fast. So but I think probably it's gonna be good to add like a black screen as a transition maybe. Okay, so let's open our test thing here. And I think what we'll do is we'll just use the same, we'll just set the target to be the same scene here. So this is going to be the same, this is going to be the test scene. And then these ones, so that's going to enter in to this one is the left. And then this one is going to enter into the right. So this one is going to end up over here, and this one is going to end up over there. So now it's basically like a little loop that we've created here. And then we'll remove the player entity. This is not really needed anymore. I mean, I guess you can look at it, have the player here, and but we do need to create another entrance now. And this entrance is going to be the start. It's going to have the start key. So I'll just put it there for like that you can see that that's the start. Okay. So now we'll save this as test scene. Yes. We will double check, I think, the JSON here, because last time there was the time map was empty, but now it's not, so that's great. Okay, so let's open this up again and let's try this out. So we should end up at the start here now. Let me check the logs here and see, did it crash? Yes, it crashed. Expected. Okay, so we're getting like compiler errors here. Okay, let's try and run game. Yeah, so now we're getting, why am I not seeing these errors? Initial scene 1043. Expected type, yes. So I did change that. Expected void. Oh, wait. But I changed it here. No. Okay, maybe it's looking at another version. I actually need to go into the... See, this is kind of convoluted here. I need to go into my game engine project and update this manually here. So let's go to pole collisions, and we need to change this into a bool and then do the same change we did there. If this is true, we just we do a break, and otherwise it's fine. Okay, oops. Oh, and now this one fails. Okay, so let's do this and return false. Actually, we can just return true here. Okay. And let's add that. Added ability to quit the collision pole loop, really. And I need to do some stuff here, so there we go. Okay, so now that should be there. Now let's... Okay, let me see if I can remember this. So I think you do fetch, save, git plus GitHub this one, and we'll overwrite that, and we get the new version. And now we can go into initial scene again, 1043 or whatever. Yes, and we save that and see if we get any errors now. No. Okay. Great. So yeah, now we can... Well, actually, I wanna try and run this now. See if we get any errors while compiling. I know that we're gonna get a crash, but oh, we got a lot of things happening here. Ooh. Did we get a mismatch now for Raylib? No, don't tell me. Okay, let me double check this. Let me double check if Raylib is defined here. Yeah, this is like a specific hash for Raylib. Okay, and then let's check here, and let's check for Raylib, and this is not the same. Why did that change now? Wait, it is the same, actually. No, it's not the same. It's not the same. But why did it change? And which one do I want to use? Why did it change? Wait, it has to have changed in like here, right? No, it only changed that. What? Also, why is this not? Why is this here? Okay, that's weird. Okay, maybe it was actually a change that was like in the last thing that I didn't push up. It should be fine going with this though, I think. I don't know why. Oh yeah, I changed it because I used to have just a master, I think. Yeah, so I changed it into a static hash there. I should really look into like which I'm gonna be using, but I don't have the time right now, so I'm just going to update. Let's actually check which one are we using here. Here we don't actually have really. Alright, because we have that one. Okay, so let's go to this one and check. Raylib. Yeah, we're doing this weird thing, 2FC. And this one did 2FC. So those have the same thing. So I'm just gonna copy this into the other one. In that case. Oops. No. Yeah. I'm gonna do this. Wait, why is that? Oh, that's not right. Either. Well, let's just do that, I guess. Yeah. And then we'll delete this. We will copy this. And we'll paste that in there. And then we will go to CGE. We will update that. Updated Raylib version. Push that. And go back here. Whoops. And we'll do sig fetch again. There we go. Now let's go here and we'll source that and try to compile it again. Okay. Wait. That's the same. Oh. What? Okay, so I actually have like a newer version there. Man, this is annoying. No. Okay. Let's just see if I can get some errors in here. Okay, maybe it's just these ones. Hopefully. I don't have time to deal with this. Come on. What else? Okay, this is not potential anymore. Okay. Let's see if this runs. Alright, yeah, it runs. Okay, cool. Right, so let's push that up. Fixed mismatch relib version build errors. There. Let's go back here and let's do seek fetch again. Okay, now we'll go here, we'll do this, and we'll compile again. And it launches, and that's good. I knew that it was gonna crash because we haven't gotten like a error in the file demo. Oh yeah, we tried to read this, I think. Wait, that should actually exist. Yeah, maybe it's trying to read it from an absolute path or something. But anyway, that doesn't matter because it works when we're loading it from the editor. So here we are going to go to what? Okay, now I totally lost my train of thought. Yeah, I think we'll just try it now, I guess. So let's open up the scene. It's all fully like defined and everything. So let's start here. Okay, and there you can see we started at the correct position at the start. And we'll move to the end and nothing happens. Okay. Great. I mean, it might be just that collisions are disabled for that type of thing, but we'll just check here and see if the other one works. Let's enable the collision boxes here as well. Oh, I get like for... Oh yeah, because I have more entities there now. Okay, so it might be that it just doesn't collide. So let's actually do this test here. Let's go to initial scene and pull collisions, and we'll go in here. Yeah, and then we will, if we get here, I think we'll just try and do process.exit. Oh, I was trying to start it here. Okay, there we go. Open, test, play. No, so it doesn't get into that state. Okay, interesting. Let's see. What could we do about that? Does it go in? Well, I mean, I can't put it here because then it will just exit immediately. But, so it basically means that you never get a collision between something that has a player component and an exit component. And it's body A, body B, body A, body B. An exit should be existing on these entities. Yes. Is it just that we're not checking, like, because it's not solid or something? I'm pretty sure we do. Let's just check that. Let's go into the physics system, all collisions. It's gonna be in update. we're gonna have collisions here, and we are using the quad tree, and we are checking the collisions, and we are emitting and pending. Yeah, we're basically saving them in the buffer. Okay. Let's double check in here to see which things we are looking at. So this one is the Qt tree, populate and intersect. This was a long time ago as well here. I've disabled a bunch of the tracer stuff here to see like the tracing stuff to see like how long does each thing take here. Right, so intersection handler, intersecting, I mean maybe it's, yeah, we're just checking for intersections, so that's gonna like report everything, and this one is then responsible for checking stuff. Okay, so here it's actually saying like if none of them is solid, then would you just continue? No, if one of them is not solid, then we just continue. Well, that's really not what I want. I do want collision detection for things that are not solid. I think I did this to like solve some issue. I forgot what it was actually. I don't think this is what I want actually. I mean, I can't modify it from here, which is annoying. I do want the collision. I just don't want the collision to be resolved since one of them is not solid. Let's see. Body check collision. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so here we're just checking if both are minimal and it's already a collision. Here, if it's not minimal, then we need to check a more computational heavy collision detection to see if they're actually colliding. I think what we want to do, we disable this part, but then we also need to make sure that we are not resolving those collisions when here. So we don't want to resolve any collisions that are. So actually, these pending collisions are only for resolving collisions. So we only want to add them there if they are eligible for collision. So the pending collision here is for that. This is for listening to the collision event. This is for pending collision. So here we actually want to say if, well, okay, I need to change into the project. So let's go to physics system and we'll go to emit collision here. So we only want to do this if body A is solid and body B is solid, then we do this. Okay. And then in here we go into our intersection handler. So, I mean, yeah, I guess technically you could still check for intersections. I guess. This is like for frame-to-frame collision detection between things. I guess. Well, we still have checked for the collision, so it's like you don't really. It's not really that much more computation that you do here by disabling this, because we basically check. Okay, yeah, they are both minimal because everything is right now. And so it's just going to be appended into the collisions, and then, yeah. And then you can pen that, or you can poll that. But another way you can use this system is to manually go and check, are there any intersections with this rectangle, which doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be an entity, it's just a rectangle that exists. So technically you could have an entity that doesn't have a body, but it does have a rectangle defined, which is the exit rectangle, and then each frame you will check, is the player colliding with this rectangle. You could do it that way as well. So this way I'm doing right now maybe it's the wrong solution actually, because this is more mainly to do with, as I've said, like frame-to-frame collisions where you actually resolve the collisions, I guess. So if they're not solid, then we don't really care about this collision here. So yeah, I think we'll do that instead. We'll just undo the stuff that we have here. Okay. So we don't have any diff here now. So let's go over here. And let's change this now. Let's go to our exit component. And we'll actually add just a rectangle maybe here. So this is like the rectangle maybe. Yeah. So this is like an ABB. Okay. So this is an ABB. There. Okay, now let's go to where this is done here. And so actually we have the position here, so let's grab that position, start with this. Okay. And then the size we should also have here, the tile size. This is like the size, yeah. So the size is going to be tile size. And yeah. And I think the tile size might also need to be scaled, perhaps. Let's do it just in case. The only downside of this is we don't see the collision box of this rect, but I mean you could add a debug function that shows this one, but yeah, whatever. Let's just do it like this. So we'll do from center, and the center is position, size is size. Is minimalist true? Okay, so that's the thing. Okay, and then we actually don't need this part. Oops. keep the texture for now, so we can see where it is. Okay. Now, instead of checking this in update collisions, then which is like, okay, here we actually call this. So we don't actually do it in here, so, but we do want to check this though. And let's just return false here. So we do want to call this, but we want to call this from the update function. And I think we just want to call it basically after the physics step. Update. Or maybe it doesn't really matter. Let's actually call it here. So let's do handle exit collision. I guess handle update exits. Maybe? Or not updating exits. Handle check exits, I guess. Okay. What about this? Right. So now we want to grab a view of all the exits. And this is going to be just a basic view of the exits. Right, yeah, like this. And this is now in a view. And we're going to get the iterator for that. Or actually, I think we'll do this to get the exit. So that's the exit now. And then we'll do like an intersection check. And we want to check for intersections of the exit rectangle. Let's actually just call it ABB, I guess. Since we do that for the other stuff. Okay. Okay, let's just remove all this. Yeah. Defer. There. Oh yeah, we need a physics system as well. Oops. And what's happening? Oh yeah. So then we want to check each intersection. And we want to check if I want to grab maybe player intersection dot intersection entry key. If this exists, if it's no, then we continue. Otherwise, we do the transition. Actually, this is a void now. We do the transition and we return, right? And then this exit should be fine. I guess we'll do it like that. We don't really need to, I think, but just to make this happy now. Okay. No more compiler errors. So now we're doing it this way instead. Which is more, maybe more correct to do it. But let's try it and see. So we'll open up the scene and we'll press play and hope for the best. Oh, it crashes, of course. Okay, let's check the logs. Unreachable code. Quadri assert intersecting ABB. Container. Find intersections. Oh. What? How is this failing? Root not equal to null. Oh! Wait, but do we need to do this then after the first? Oh, okay, so the tree hasn't been built yet. Maybe that's the issue. Okay, interesting. I never actually encountered this issue because I guess we always had the thing when we needed to check it. I mean, if we go in here and check, we are looking for intersection somewhere, I think. That's just when we are attacking, I guess. So this is just a problem, like, you know, the actual first frame. Yeah. Maybe we actually want to update the physics at the start then instead. Like, that's the first thing that we're doing. Maybe. I'm just thinking of what implications that will have. I don't think it's that huge of a deal because you're gonna update it anyway. Well, it's within one frame. This frame here is also like I'm gonna change this to have one update for like updates can happen all the time, and then one update that happens in a fixed interval, like every frame, which one frame will be like 60 FPS, so 60, like one frame per, well, 60 frames per second. So it's gonna be one that's fixed 60 frames per second, and one that's more for like stuff like inputs that you want to feel happen immediately, or not feel happen immediately, but you want to capture the input immediately so that you don't miss any inputs with the frame. So that's what I'm thinking what happened there. But for now, I think if we just move this up here, it should just work, right? There's not really that much going on otherwise. If we move this up here, you will update a bunch of stuff. It's gonna draw the things. Then the next frame you update physics at this, like, I don't know. Let's just see. Let's just try it and see. If it becomes an issue, we'll look into it. It shouldn't be that much difference. Okay, we still get a crash. Interesting. Okay. So we are running for a little bit and then we crash. Okay. Oh. Wait. Okay, let me just check a couple of things. So, do we check if it's the player? Yes. If it's not the player, then we continue, right? If it is the player that we are intersecting with, then we exit. It could very well be that this is the wrong rectangle, and that we need to change it a little bit. We need to scale it or something. But I think, well, I know that the position should be correct. The size, though, I'm not really sure about the size. The size should also be like scaled, I believe. Let's just double check if we are scaling the position. I'm pretty sure that we are doing that, but let's just double check here. The position is scaled. Both the size and position is scaled. So maybe the size is, maybe this is the issue. We don't scale the size. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe we don't scale the position either. Yes, we do, because we're doing that in the other cases as well. Okay. Anyway, well, I can just double check. I can just go into player and check here, because we have intersections here, and we're checking. We have a hitbox, and we can see how this is done. So here we have the size. So we're taking the ABB width, and this is, I think this is actually scaled. Yeah, it's transformed and everything, I believe. Yeah, that should be scaled. Okay, so it should be that. Because what I was thinking is maybe it like instantly hits the player and tries to do a transition, but then the transition logic is broken and doesn't work. So let's actually not do a transition and just start and see if this works. No, still get a crash here. All right. Yeah, still get this unreachable thing. Let's see how. Oh yeah, so that's like, okay. All right, yeah. So maybe it's an issue here. We don't have this temp exit maybe anymore. We should have it though. Oh, you know what? I'm stupid. We don't have a rigid body anymore for the temp exit. That's the issue here. Okay, let's just remove this so we don't get anything debugged, printed here. Okay. And yeah, okay, now let's enable the transition again. And let's try and run this now. Hopefully this will work. Wait, the player is not shown now. Yeah, maybe that's because... Right, because we don't have a rigid body anymore. Oh! Okay, something happened and it crashed. Okay, well, I mean, that's progress, I guess. Let's see what happened. That's probably very much to be expected, since we are trying to like throw everything away and reload something else, or load in something else here. Oh, probably maybe it's the same thing here. Well, we're trying to destroy an entity which doesn't exist, I guess. Okay, so how come yeah, because Maybe it's called like several times. No, it should just be called one time and then we're done. I guess we can check it with like transitioning. Because it's weird that the entity wouldn't be valid because we are getting the iterator here, and then maybe it's because we can't destroy it from within the iteration. Well, let's just see first if we're doing it several times. Come on. Please exit the thing. I don't know why sometimes it takes like a lot of time. I'm just gonna check the logs here. Let's see what it says. So we're just going in there once. Okay. So that's good, at least. Yeah, let's just not have that. Okay. So it might be that we're iterating here and destroying them from within the iterator, which will sort of yeah, it will probably like invalidate this whole iterator here. So what we want to do is probably maybe store them in a list and then destroy them. That's one option. Maybe we can get the entities. So I'm not sure what the purpose of this is, since we already reverse slice iterator. Maybe this is better because then we can destroy them from the larger ones first. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to risk it, so I'll just create a new list here. So let's do array. And there's going to be an array list of entities. And we're just going to defer to the initialize that. Okay, and then in here we are not doing this. We are doing yeah, we're just going to do array append entity catch unreachable. And do we have anything else weird thing going on here? No. So then we can just go through each item in this list and delete it from there. So this is going to be items, this is going to be entity now, and then we can do this. Oops. Okay, hopefully this will work better. Oops. Oh, it crashed again. Interesting. I'm running out of time here. Let's see. Well, it still fails here, so yeah. How come this goes wrong? Because we're grabbing the entities from them themselves. Iterators are live entities. It even says live entities here. And it all happens within one go here, so it's not like we're letting stuff happen in between here. I mean, we are removing the rigid body here. Wait, we're destroying the entity here as well? Oh. Actually, you know what? Two things that I'm totally overlooked here. Remove rigid body. We should only do this if we actually have a rigid body. So let's get the rigid body here. And this will be scene registry get rigid body from the entity. Or actually, it's going to be a try get. If we have one, actually this is maybe rigid body. We can just do this. If we get this, we get a rigid body. Then we do physics system.remove, because that also destroys apparently the entity itself, which probably not a good idea to have it like that, but hey, that's how it is right now. So I think I will change that later, but not now, because I don't have much time left. Otherwise, we'll just destroy it normally. Yeah, of course. Let's see, unused capture. Oh yeah, we don't really need this. Okay. Now we'll check that. Okay, so let's try this again. And the excitement is unbearable. Will it work this time? Whoa! Maybe? I think something happened. Okay. I mean, let's try going the other way then. Okay, at least it didn't crash. So that's good. And oh, okay. I'm not sure where the player is. I think maybe the position is wrong, actually. Let's check the entrance thing. Yeah, here's that. So this is the entrance. I mean, it should still be the same principle, right? Maybe it's like it ends up in the ground and is at like the bottom or something. Yeah, the position is scaled, so that's fine. Yeah, maybe that's the issue. Maybe if we do this, we move the thing up a bit. We move these entrances up one and then save that. Yes, play. Oh, whoa. Okay, crashed now. I mean, it sort of looked like... Okay, I just want to check one thing, because it looks like it's bound to the wrong thing. So this exit is bound to right. This one is left. So I'm not sure why it ends up there. Okay, it might be that the position, let's check the position as well. Let's do testing. This one is entrance left, so that makes sense. This one is entrance right, that makes sense. Exit, entrance key right, entrance key left. Okay. All right. So could not restore session. Wait. Okay. I mean, it's checking the key here. If it's the same. So it's kind of weird that it ends up in an entirely wrong position. I mean, yeah. Let's also move them away a little bit from the other, so that you don't like immediately exit again and again. Actually, what we could do is move this away a little bit like this, so that you have to touch the edge to, yeah, and then we move this over once more step. There. And yeah. Okay, let's try this now. Okay, so it looks like it works one time and then it fails. Let's move the player over here and see if it's same thing happens over there. Okay, so that works, but then I want to do it again and it fails. Okay, so that's a good clue to whatever error is happening. Something goes wrong again. Contains context, put assume capacity, no proper context of growth needed. This is some standard library stuff. How is the hash map for something, for textures? Oh, I think it's trying to put the same texture in. Right. But that should happen like 2 times then already. Let's okay, yeah, that's interesting. Textures dot put, which one was it? 57. So it's in text, so it's in add texture. Add texture, layer texture, yeah. Which is in level, I think level.load here, yeah. Okay. So we should have something that checks if this is already loaded in. Right. Or we unload it. That could also be an option. We could have a like an unload here, which will unload the textures from here. Create layer entity. This will draw this on the texture, I believe. Or will it grab the texture and put it in there? Okay, yeah. So those things I don't think is the issue here. The issue is these things. Load time map layer. Here's the issue. Because here we are creating this texture. Wait. Here we are creating this texture. So we need to check if this texture already exists. Where do we get like the key to this? So the issue is in draw time map layer, texture container add, right. So when we add this, we make a new ID here, and this ID is just sent into the void and disappears. So there's no way that we can grab it out right now. So we actually need to be able to, I mean, yeah. Either we store these IDs in the level, and then when we unload, we just remove those layers, those textures. Yeah, I think that should probably be the correct way to go. So we will go back. So we want to, this is just one layer. So we need one key, we need a key for that. What's that gonna be? I think that's just gonna be the same. It's just gonna be like, the key is gonna be just the draw layer, I think. Yeah, that makes sense. Or we could just unload all textures and reload them in again. I guess, maybe. Is that, can you do that? Excuse me. Unload texture. I don't know if you can do that. Yeah. Okay. Let's say we put some sort of key in here then. And or we can get the key back, I guess that's also a possibility. No, this is more this is easier. So we'll put a key in here. This will be the key, or this will be the place where we put the key in instead. So we'll put the key there, and we need the layer texture. Okay, now the key will be, I mean, that's just gonna be like the draw layer, I think. So it's gonna be like, I think that this will be put into the string hash map. So we can just create like a buffer here, and it will actually keep it there. So we don't actually need to keep it somewhere else. So what we want to do is we can just create a buffer here. So let's just make a buffer. So key buffer, this is gonna be, I mean, I guess just 64 u8 is equal to undefined. Then we'll do from the buff print key buffer and the format is going to be time map layer D, and this one's going to be the draw layer. Alright, because they are unique. And then we put this here, so this is the key buffer there. So that should be good. Now, actually, we want to say get time map layer key, and we'll just do this. Okay, we'll just do that, and we will do this, and we'll return key buffer. Can you do that? Is the question. Okay, I don't need self, I guess. So now this one will be self create, no, get time map layer key, draw layer, it's not self, not here. Whoops. Area is catch unreachable. What's this? Value of type. Oh yeah. So actually, will this even work? This is like in the scope of this. I think we'll do this inline. I'm not sure if this works, but let's do this inline. And I think we actually want to return this thing. But I'm not sure how this will get compiled. Like, I guess we can try it. Anyway, now this one is that. Okay. So what I wanted to do is I want to do an unload function as well now. So let's do unload. And this is basically just gonna remove all the stored textures that we have for this level. And yeah, we do need to have the same things here. Oops. Come on. Okay. No. Void. Sometime we don't need anything else. Right, so texture container, no, texture container. Okay, and we're gonna do for each. Wait. When I do draw layer, are we storing that somewhere? So I guess if you want to calculate the number of layers, it's going to be foreground layers plus background layers plus the middle layers plus the number of layers in the tile map as well. However, we just want to count from this first thing. So we're gonna go from background layers up to the number of layers in the foreground tile map. We're gonna have to copy this or break it out. Okay, let's just do this. Wait, that's the character. Yeah. So we have to copy that. Then, wait, I mean unload. Right, so we'll do the start. So the first pass is going to be for the background layers. And so this is going to be draw layer is equal to the background layers, the number of background layers. So that's the start. Well, it's going to be the length of those. And then we go here and we say, yeah, we can go through them, I guess. We'll check if... I don't think we need to store this, so we'll just break that. 1 second here. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. Let's see. So, where were we? Use of undeclared identifier time. Oh yeah. So, yeah, I'm just aligning my brain here again. I don't want to debug this right now. Draw layer, we can do that like we do that. So we don't do this. However, we want to. Okay, so after that, we want to add layers in between. Then we want to do this again, except it's for the foreground layers. And time up layers. Oh, yeah, and also, do we wanna? So the foreground here, we don't care about these foreground layers, no. So those are not gonna be part of this. So we are going to go through these and we'll add that there. I don't think we need to carry this integer around, so we'll remove that. Okay. Okay, so what we're doing now is basically just looping here, but we do want to, at each step here, we want to unload that specific layer. Did we add a function for that or not? I don't think we did, no. But I think we can just do, we have the texture container, so we'll take this and we will go to our texture container type. Yeah, we don't have a remove function here. We could just add one, I guess. Or unload or remove or something, whatever. Let's do unload, I guess. It's more correct term, maybe. Let's do this. Have a key. We don't have a texture, and we do void. And we do textures, get pointer. I guess if you do like remove, can you get the thing back at the same time? Fetch remove. Removes the value and returns the pair. Okay. Yeah. So that should work. Wait. So does it then deinitialize the key? How does that work? Isn't it storing the key internally? Or is it just maybe it's just returning the same key that you pass in, maybe. Old key. No, it's passing in the old key. Interesting. So it's also like when you fetch it, you have to take care of the memory as well. So interesting. I don't know if I want to fetch remove. I just want to get it. I'll get the pointer. So this is the texture, right? And then we do unload texture, and then we do remove key, and we don't care if it succeeds. Okay. Right. And now we can say remove, or no, unload, sorry. And we just pass in the key, and the key is going to be get key throw layer. And then we do the same thing over here. Okay. Use of undeclared identifier tile map. Wait, that. What is the tile map? That's this one. Okay. So let's grab that as well. And this will be the tile maps also. Okay, so now we are, well, we should be unloading all of those layers. There might be a one-off bug here somewhere, but and this should really be public. So now we can, we want to call this from transition now, or unload perhaps is better. So we remove all entities. We will do, wait, yeah, I think it's just the, I think it's this one. I think it's the level unload. Yeah. Initial. Texture container registry. Okay, now we're unloading those textures. This one is a U size. Okay. Can you do that without having to... No. Well, this is not going to be larger than that anyway, so we'll just do an int cast. Okay, here we need to get this. Well, I guess if it's null, then we don't do anything. We can just return. Otherwise, we'll do this. Okay. Let me just try and launch it. See if we don't get any more compiler errors here. And of course it will crash again, but we're gonna open it up through the editor. What's happening here? Is it super slow? Oh, maybe I forgot to... Oops, I pressed it twice. Yeah. Yeah, it's crashing. Okay, so yeah, we open it through here and we do open test scene. We play it. Okay, so let's go over to the left here and nothing happens now. Well, okay. Huh. Weird. Okay, so now it sort of works. Yeah, I mean it does work, but it's like the first time. Like it's weird. It's like the first time it goes here, and then it goes there. I don't know why it does that. It's like it's loading it in again, and then it works. So that's strange. So when we load things, I wanna check if we are doing it correctly. I mean, we are going through all the entities, checking if they are an entrance. We're checking the entrance key. If it's correct, then we return this item. And the item has a position and things. Excuse me. Let's remove those old things. Yeah, I don't know. So I want to see when we load in the first time. No, not this one. I want to see we're loading the scene and I want to go through all of the entities and I want to log out entity type. So this should be the name, and then I want to log position. Oh, there we go. Now the chat works. Hello. Unfortunately, I would have to go really soon here, but I'm just gonna try and debug this last thing here. How to get so good, bro? Blood, sweat, and tears. No, I don't know if I'm that good, but thanks for the comment. I've been programming for like I don't know, 10 years professionally, but not in game development though. But and I've been self-taught before that as well. So it's been a passion for a very long time. But I really want to get into game development, and it's finally happening. So yeah, that's really exciting actually. Let's see. So are you also into game development, or let's see, the position is this, and then entity is that. Okay. So now we get the position. Should we scale it? Probably. Just to get the correct coordinates, I guess. Okay. And if the type entity, I will do switch. So we get the capture group or capture thing there. So if the type is a nice. Do you think it's smart to learn game development with SIG? I'm using SIG compiler and CL apps. What is CL apps? Well, that's cool. Are you building a compiler, or are you just using it? Yeah, I mean, this I'm using SIG because I think it's fun. It's a fun language, and it's like really sparked a new interest or passion, I guess, in programming. Because most of what you've seen from other programming languages is more like same. It feels to me. This is like the first program language that comes with a really new, fresh concept. That's really nice. Oh, okay. Command line application. Okay, nice. Yeah, I've heard it's nice for C compilation. I'm not doing C programming myself, but I have a long time ago, but not now. But yeah, I've heard it's good for that. Let's see. This is. Wait, what was I saying here? Entity type. Yeah. So if this is a. Oh yeah. So about if using SIG, like, I don't think it's a good idea to like start maybe like doing a serious project. Maybe if you're like, let's say you're collaborating or in a professional environment, I don't think it's a good idea to use SIG for more serious things. I think it's like right now, because of the state that it's in right now. It's not really fully developed. There's a lot of breaking changes when you get an update. So I think now, when I'm using SIG 0.13, so when 0.14 is out, I noticed there's a lot of changes that breaks basically everything almost. A lot of changes that's happening. So that's why it's probably better to, if you wanna, if you wait a bit, then it's probably a really good language. But and yeah, for game development, it's a good fit because it has memory manual memory management, and that's basically the thing that blocks, I guess, in a public opinion, like other programming language to be a valid or a good fit for game development. Like C++ is like the standard, I guess. Well, most people, I guess, use C++ for that. But this is a good contender. But it's not really that robust, or how do you say it? Stable, I guess you would say it right now, like version-wise or like breaking changes-wise. But it's really fun, so I would really recommend it for I mean, you're using it, and I would recommend it for fun projects. Let's see. So this I want to check for exits. That's right. Yeah, exits. And yeah. So now this one. Okay, now I kind of lost myself here. So once we have right. So we want to log the key, but we need the metadata here. Right. So I deferred initialize that, and here we do metadata. Yeah, well, the key is that. Wait, well, no, we want to check for. Yeah, I guess we check for both. That's fine. Entrance key. And no, this is gonna be exit metadata, right? Or no? No, this is unused. Yeah, so we don't care about that. And then this is entity. Yeah. Entity. Okay. Keep it up, bro. Yeah, thanks. It's really fun. Let's see. I also want so this is what I really want, entrance here, to be able to see which of these is the fault here. It's really strange that the first time you load in the thing, it does something, and the next time it does something else. So this, no, we don't have metadata for that. We do have a key, which is going to be this one, entrance key. There we go. So what project are we working on now, if you want to share? Oh yeah, and then we just do else, we don't care. Okay, now we should have that. So now we should be able to launch this and test. So we'll just launch it, and then we'll quit, and then we'll check the logs here. Okay, so here we have entrance left, right, exit, right, exit left. So it's, wait, and then we have, yeah, and then we have non-entrance store. So it does make sense. I don't understand why. So the data is correct, everything is correct, but it doesn't. I mean, there's got to be some reason for it, but I don't know. Okay, I think I have to actually quit there. So yeah, but yeah, we got a lot of things done today. Scene transitions, I mean, they sort of work, which is really nice. I would like to test it, like, let's actually, okay, one last thing. I want to test this with separate scenes. So if we load in, for example, another scene here, the village scene, and I have to change the tile map as well. Okay, so let's say that we have an entrance. Let's put an exit over there and an exit over there, and then an entrance over there and an entrance over there. Okay, so now this exit, the target will be test scene, and this will also have test scene target, and we need to add the metadata here. So we need to say entrance key is right, and then this one, this key is left, this key is right, this is entrance key left. Yes. Okay. Let's save that as test village scene there. Okay. So now this should be set up. Well, actually, no. We need the player entrance here as well. So this is the start. Okay. Now let's save this. Test village scene. And let's open up the test scene now. We have to set the time map again here to the other thing, swamp area here. Okay, and now this one is actually the target. Now let's set this target to test village scene instead, and this also to test village scene. Okay, so now they are, I think, connected up here, and let's save this as the test scene there. Yes. And let's start this now and see if we can actually load different maps all together. So, okay, something is weird with my controller here. Come on. Why is it not working? Has it crashed? Maybe it crashed. It doesn't seem like it. It's weird if it had been crashed. I'm just gonna try and restart my controller here. Okay, there we go. No, there we go. Okay, there we go. And let's see. Oh, okay. So it's well, yeah. I mean, it works, but as you can see, it still spawned you in like the left position, which is really weird. So if I go here, we get to the other side here, and you can see it actually works. So that's really cool. And then we'll go over to the other side. And we'll see what happens. Exciting. Okay, there we go. Now we get to this side. I'm not sure. I don't know why it like goes to the other side at the like the first time. It always go to the left side. That's really weird. But I'm not gonna fix that right now. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this time. So this actually was a really nice session. We got scene transitions working, so that's a really huge step, I believe, because that was really nagging me for a little bit there. But it works now, sort of, anyway. I need to hunt this bug. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. And now I also know that the chat works, so that's great. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching. Hope you have a nice day, and see you later. Bye-bye.